According to HP website, this is how to check CPU temperature in Windows 10 and Windows 11. So this is the official direction that can help you to check your Windows 10 and Windows 11 CPU. So here, I'm going to walk you through the practical approach. So I'm not just going to read this to you. I'm going to show you practically how you can use one of these methods to check your CPU temperature on Windows 10 or Windows 11. So here, you can use any of these applications: NestCam, Core Temperature, this HWin4, HW Monitor. So whichever one you choose to use in this application, you can use them to check your CPU temperature. And I'm going to use all of these applications so that I can follow suit which one works for you. First, let's go ahead and get the Core Temp. So right click on Core Temp and then open a new browser. Or better still, go to your search engine, that is on google.com, and on google.com you want to go ahead and then search for Core Temp. Make sure you click on the first website. Once you click on that, you'll be taken to this Core Temp website. Now the next thing is scroll down, locate and click on download button where you say Core Temp. Click on it for this to download the software to your Windows 10 or Windows 11. You can see if you're using Windows 11, it should say download here, and on Windows 10 the download will be around the bottom left. Now if you come back to the HP website, it says go ahead, download and install Core Temp, being careful to avoid any bundle bloatware during setup. So wait for this Core Temp software that's downloaded from the Core Temperature website itself to download first, and then after that you then need to go ahead and then install the software on your Windows. Make sure you download the Core Temp from the official Core Temp website, and then if you go through the search engine, you should say Core Temp when you search for Core Temp here, and if you go through the HP website, then it should say Core Temp download link on the HP website. There is the link to this HP source in the video description. Then go ahead and open the Core Temp setup. So click on the download button and then select Core Temp to launch the installation setup. And after you launch the installation setup, you just need to hang on a couple of seconds, then select yes from the pop. Now once you selected yes, hang on for the Core Temp software to open on your Windows computer. Go ahead and select next, agree, select next, then next. Once you click on next again, then you can create a shortcut to Core Temp add-on such as Core Temp gadget. If you want to, just go ahead and click on next, and then again click on install to install the Core Temp on your Windows 10 or Windows 11. Now once you've installed the Core Temp on your Windows, on the HP website it says launch Core Temp to see overview of your CPU, include model, speed and temperature. So come here, click on next, and then go ahead and click on finish to launch the Core Temp software. So let's just go ahead, minimize this. Now once the Core Temp opens, this is what you're going to see. Then according to the instruction on HP website, it says pay attention to the temperature reading section at the bottom, which show the current and mass recorded times for each CPU core. So you just need to come here. So these are the CPU core. You see that? This is temperature reading. So here you should see your Windows CPU temperature range. And then it says if your CPU is under 60 degrees Celsius, it's ideal, or your PC is currently running on a light workloads, and then 60 degree to 70 degree, it is normal for gaming and moderate workload. So you can see my CPU is minimum of 60 degrees Celsius. That is the core 0. Then the core 1 is 59 degrees Celsius. The maximum is 63 degrees Celsius, and then the maximum under core 1 is 63 degrees Celsius. So here under temperature reading, you should be able to see your CPU temperature on your Windows 10 or Windows 11. So that is if you are using the Core Temperature software on your Windows. So that is why you see we have the core 0 and then the core 1. This is the maximum temperature you can have. The maximum temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, and here it is divided into two. You have the minimum and then the maximum, and then load. Now you can see I have my minimum to be 60 and 59, and maximum is 63 degrees Celsius and then 63 degrees Celsius. However, if your temperature is between 70 and 80 degrees, it's acceptable for workload or overclocking, but monitor closely. So if you have the temperature here above 70 degrees, then you need to pay attention to your laptop or PC CPU. And again, if it is between 80 degrees and 90, then you should say concerning if not overclocked, improve case airflow and cooling. So if your CPU temperature now ranges between 80 and 90 here, then you should be concerned that the airflow on your PC is blocked. So anything between 80 degrees Celsius and 90 degrees Celsius is work overload, and then you need to make sure the ventilation of your PC is worked on. And then lastly, if you have 90 degrees Celsius, so this is quite dangerous and it could affect your system. So it is advisable for you to go ahead and shut down your PC straight away. So with the core temp you have here, you should have the number of cores you have here, and then you have your temperature measurement here. Now the next thing is how to configure the core temperature software to monitor and check your CPU on Windows 10 and Windows 11. So I will assume you've closed the core temp. So go ahead, click on the start button on your Windows, search for core temp, then go ahead and click on open. Select yes from the pop. Now once you selected yes, you should see the core temp software pops. Then here is how you can easily configure the core temperature to help you monitor your PC and give you first-hand information about your CPU temperature. First, open files. You can easily use F5 to refresh the core temp interface. You can show that it's going to hide the core temperature, and then if you want to make it visible again, you can just come here. You should see the core temp here. So this is the core temp for core 0 and then core 1. If you click on it, this is not going to open. Just right click and then click on show or hide. So right click on any of the cores and then click on show or hide. So that's going to pop the core temperature up like this. So if you want to monitor your core temperature always, once you open the core temp, just click on show or hide, and this is going to minimize it to the taskbar. You can then come here, right click and then click on show. And again, if you click on options, then you can set overheat protection on your Windows 10 and Windows 11. So go ahead, select options, and then make sure select overheat protection, then come here, enable overheat protection. Then under settings, set this to automatic, only notify when critical temperature is reached. Or you can activate this when your temperature reach 90%. So when your PC temperature or CPU temperature reaches 90%, you should see a notification in form of balloon pop-up. Or if you want to use flash core temperature taskbar, check this. You can use the two together at the same time, and then go ahead and click on OK. Then again, click on options, select settings. Then on the settings page, you should see the general. The general says temperature polling interval is 1000 milliseconds and the temperature logging interval is 10 seconds. So leave this as default. Now come to window taskbar, check that, and then you can change between the temperature. Then here, leave window taskbar as it is, select display, and then here you can display your temperature in Fahrenheit or in degrees Celsius. So I always prefer to leave my temperature in degrees Celsius, so leave it as it is. And if you want to hide the core temp in the taskbar, make sure you come here and then hide the core temp in taskbar. But if you want to leave this as it is, and again, come here and select notifications area. So if you want to show a particular core in the notification area, just come here and select the core you want to select. But in this case, just go with icon only. And if you choose to go ahead and hide the core temp, this is going to show the icon only and there in the notification area. Now, if you want to start core temp each time you launch your Windows, then just come to General, and under General, locate and check Start Core Temp with Windows. So each time you launch your Windows or you turn on your Windows, then the core temp is going to open alongside the Windows. And then thereafter, go ahead and click on Apply to save changes, and then click on OK, and then that's it. You can now go ahead and click on Files and then select Exit, to close the core temp from monitoring your Windows CPU temperature, or select Show or Hide to hide the core temp on your Windows page, and then you should have access to it on the notifications. You see that? So this is the core temp, and then you're good.